Hey, welcome back to another video feature of the Immersive Worlds Handbook. Today we are live. If you're at IAAPA this week, Thursday, you have to check out our panel. Just checking out the room this morning to see what the seating is like. And so on Thursday at 9 a.m., I'll be presenting with Joel Beckerman from Man-Made Music and Gordon Grice from Forak Inc. We're doing a panel on sensory spaces, sensory design. So you can get a preview here if you're at IAAPA this week where the room is. It's S320 B, C, and D. And let's see if we can get this in focus here. We're doing this all on the fly, but this is the panel. So it is at 9 to 10:15 on Thursday here at IAAPA, creating exciting attractions by making spaces immersive, experiential, and sensory. So a little bit about the panel. Joel Beckerman is a composer, and he does sonic design with Man-Made Music, and Gordon Grice works for Forak Inc., and you probably know a lot of their designs always have a good representation here at IAAPA. They do, of course, entertainment, architecture, design. So we're getting a preview here, and you can see some of the other sessions scheduled for today. So we have pretty good room size if you're coming out to check it out on Thursday. We're actually going to be doing a workshop. Each of us will talk for about 15 minutes or so about sensory spatial design. We're checking out the concourse here. If you know about IAAPA, and we're going to be going into the trade hall this morning, I will take you there for another video tour, another live feature. So be sure to stay tuned in here, probably starting around the 10 o'clock hour Eastern time here in Orlando, Florida. Of course, very sunny. You can see outside the windows here. Massive convention center. 32,000 people come. When I take you inside the trade hall, there are over 1,100 different vendors there. So that's going to be pretty exciting, checking out just all the new attractions, new rides, new immersive designs, and so forth. If you're coming to IAAPA and you're wanting to go to the session, it's really easy to find. So here's the trade hall down here, and you just come up the stairs. Actually, if you come up the stairs right above the trade hall, that first set of stairs, you'll find our rooms. And by the way, all the educational seminars are actually indicated by this sign here, so it's pretty easy to find. So just come upstairs on Thursday, 9 a.m. to check out what we're doing. Anyway, I got sidetracked a little bit. There's just so much to see here and so much activity with 32,000 people attending IAAPA every year. But what I was going to mention is, so the three of us, me, Joel, and Gordon, will take 10 to 15 minutes at the beginning of the session. We'll talk about using the senses in immersive design. So we'll take you through all the various techniques, and we'll give you some case studies and so forth. Then we'll take you on a workshop, and we'll see how many people show up, but it should be pretty interesting. I'm not going to give away the workshop, so if you're at IAAPA and you're attending and you want to know what our immersive sensory workshop is going to be, you have to come. I won't give it away. It's going to be pretty exciting, I will say. So you'll be in groups, you'll be designing immersive spaces of some sort based on the goal will be to use the senses in some ways to create effective immersive spaces. So that will be I won't tell you what the prompt will be, but that will be the assignment you'll be given. It's a pretty short session, so we'll see. Squeezing everything in is always a challenge, but we have only an hour and 15 minutes, so just be sure if you're coming to get there early and to get a good seat and so forth. Again, we're at S320B. Let me make sure this is right. S320 B, C, and D, and that's going to be Thursday, November 16th, from 9 a.m. to 10:15 a.m. We could check out a little more of the sites here of the convention center. People are coming in. It's really busy. You can see all the information here available for people picking up their badges. It's just a crazy conference convention in terms of the number of people. I think later I'll take you down through the book exhibit as well, just down the ways there on the first floor. We'll check out some of the books that they have available in theme parks and immersive design. I noticed the new reader in themed immersive spaces is available there, so if you're wanting to pick up a copy, you can pick up a copy here at IAAPA, as well as theme park, and I think I saw the Immersive Worlds Handbook. So we got a lot of the literature available, and you can see people are queued up already, getting ready to go into the trade hall. The theme this year, by the way, is Creation Nation, so you can see what the theme here is, and you get just a sense of how. Let's find a table here, spread some of this out for you. Take a look, but you just get a sense of just how involved IAAPA is. So the first part of the program, and this is, as thick as any conference program. When I used to go to the AAA meetings, certainly I was familiar with this, where you would get the massive program, so you can kind of see here what is available. This has all the education sessions, and if you're coming to IAAPA, these are listed by day, and then when you go to the rooms, like we saw with the room for Thursday, you'll see that they have the rooms identified, and they have all the sessions for every day. And you can see IAAPA always does an amazing job. It's a conference like no other in terms of just, even thinking about creating the signage and everything, and just the organizational side of this. But going back to the program, you can look through here. It's listed by day, and for me, the unfortunate thing about any conference is if you want to see something, and there are two things, at the same time, that's always a challenge. You could see, for example, when we're presenting, there are a bunch of other panels as well, all in that 9 a.m. block. There aren't that many, actually. It looks like some of these go throughout the day. There's a breakfast scheduled, technology trends. Again, this is all for Thursday the 16th. Then we have our panel and family entertainment centers, HR, vision, mission, and branding. That one sounds pretty good, successful branding. There's always some good ones, and it's too bad, if you want to see more than one at the same time. There's also guest engagement and young professionals roundtable. So I shouldn't be stressing the ones that we're not involved in, right? Because then you'll go to those, and maybe you won't go to our panel. Again, that's going to be Thursday, November 16th, 9 to 10:15 a.m. So in any case, if you look through the daily schedule, you can see it's chock full of just exciting. This looks really cool. There's culture of innovation in your organization. They just have the best people every year. This is my second IAAPA I've been to. They also have really cool edu tours, and if you're attending IAAPA, very likely those sell out. I did some a couple years ago. So we're going through the Spanish section. Now this gets into the exhibitors and also the various products, and you can see just how many of these are showing at IAAPA. Just look at the sheer number of attractions and companies and various industries represented here. And they have these, one of the cool things, if you go to the back, they have an index by the type of company. So if you just want to see the wet rides, you could go to those booths. Good luck circumnavigating the actual map. I'll show you the map in a second. It's pretty crazy. This has just the trade publications. This would be themed retail stores. So that'll be pretty interesting for me to check out. Retail displays and fixtures. This gets very, very specific. If you want band organs, you've got it there. Carousel and automatic music news, audio-visual, sound systems, miscellaneous, service repair, and parts. So you can see how crazy big it is. Just the go-kart section, kiddie rides. One of the things you see at IAAPA every year is that members of the public also attend. There's a rate for them, and sometimes they just bring their kids to play on the rides, to check out, play some free video games, carnival attractions, maybe even to get on my tour today. You have to stay tuned if I can find the mini donuts. So that'll be one of the things we'll be looking at, is the infamous mini donuts, which are pretty amazing if they have those. We've got zip lines here represented, laser tags. A couple of years ago when I was here, I went out on an edu tour, and I talked with a guy who was from, I believe, the Midwest, and he was working in the zipline industry, and he was also doing ropes courses and stuff. So that was kind of cool seeing that. So you can see they're well represented here. There's a lot of industry safety issues related to zip lines and ropes courses, inflatables, climbing walls. When I take you on the tour, we're going to head outside, and we'll also do the indoor trade show. Virtual reality. One of the things I'm curious about today, I haven't attended like this at opening hour, and I'll have to check the time here so we don't miss what's happening in the trade hall. But I'm wondering if they're going to do any reveals or not, whether or not they'll be doing some reveals of new rides and stuff. So this just shows you all the various vendors here, right? I mean, it's just pages and pages of vendors. So kind of checking that out. Now we can go to the actual map itself, and let's lay this out on the table. Okay, so let's say I have the whole table here, and you just get a sense of how big IAAPA is, right? So these are all the vendors, and I guess I'm not going to count all these, but if you presumably this will be 1,100 vendors available. So I don't know if you're carrying this around the trade hall, it's probably going to get run over here. So that is just the list of all the vendors, and then this is the map, as you can see here, of all of the trade show vendors. So what we'll do later is, and I saw this morning they were setting them up, I'll take you outside to all the inflatables and outdoor exhibits. We'll have to see, there's some rain schedule. Looks really sunny today. There's some rain schedule. By the way, I was checking in, I was getting my official badge, which I can show you. If you attend IAAPA, you could not get into the trade show without your badge. So there it is here. Potentially it's out of focus. But so anyway, I was picking up my badge this morning, and I was wearing, because as you can see, the convention center, let's put the badge back on, is super sunny. So I was wearing my sunglasses, and a woman made a point of saying to me when I was checking in that she didn't like people who wore sunglasses. So then we got into this whole discussion about, well, it's really sunny here at the convention center, so that's why I still have my sunglasses on. And then she started talking about suspicious people. So I'm not sure what that was. She was very nice, but for some reason she just had a thing about people wearing sunglasses. So I took them off and apologized profusely. But coming back to here, again, you get a sense of just the scale of IAAPA from this. So I'll take you outside to the inflatables and the outdoor exhibits, and then we will start, I think we're at the South B entrance perhaps. We'll start there, or we might be at the South A entrance. We're definitely at the South Concourse. And I'll take you through as much of the trade show as possible. They have, if you're attending, they have big restaurants sort of at the perimeters of the hall. There's also coffee shops inside, and throughout the bottom of the floor, the trade show, you can find coffee places and everything else. It's pretty crazy how much IAAPA is a very well-oiled machine, just in terms of all the organization and the logistics, because with 32,000 people attending, it's not an easy undertaking by any means. So this is where we'll be this morning. If you didn't get a chance to make it out to IAAPA this year, I will sort of be your eyes and ears, I suppose, taking you through the trade show, giving you a sense of the newest attractions. I think one of the things we'll do today when we take the tour is I keep saying will. I'd like to think I have a big company here or something. Some of the firms represented here, of course, you'll see from their, it's pretty amazing when you go to the trade show, just some of the displays that are set up and just the scale of some of the firms that display and the number of people they bring and stuff. It's just me, but I'm saying we, I guess. But I'll take you through the trade show, and I'm going to try to focus on the thematics that you note at IAAPA. So what are some of the new trends that you see? For example, VR, augmented reality. Just a couple days ago, I did a video feature on my channel focusing on, of all things, the 19 Crimes wine, because I was talking about augmented reality. And you can check out that video, but basically that's a wine that allows you to use an app and to get a little bit of storytelling from their thematic, which is criminals on their bottle. So it's a pretty cool use of augmented reality. So I am very much expecting that we'll see some degree of focus on VR and augmented reality. And by the way, the way they have this set up is pretty key, and it looks like it's the same as, of course, different vendors and exhibitors, but the same as a couple years ago. So when you walk in the South Concourse, you'll see all the inflatables here. And so how it works at IAAPA is you'll generally get the big rides, zip lines, jumpy inflatable kind of stuff outside. Then you go inside, and there's usually someone right out here and here at the two entrances where you have to show your badges. But you could enter, if you use the main parking at IAAPA, you can come all the way down here and enter through here with your badge. Or as I did, you to register, you come in this way from the parking, go around the inflatables, and go up the big stairs, whichever way you're coming in, and you can register inside. But thematically, then you're going to get all the big attractions here, the inflatables, the rides, and so forth. You will see certainly in the high-tech areas out here some rides as well, and I'll show you those, and they often demo a lot of this stuff. But then as you come in, this is the same as 2 years ago, in 2015. You have the coin op, which is always exciting for kids and stuff. The middle has always been, they have the IAAPA sales office. If you want to pick up copies of Fun World, if you want to pick up copies of Attraction Management, by the way, little plug for Attractions Management, but our piece just came out, and that is with, again, Joel Beckerman and Gordon Grice, and that is our piece on sensory design. So it's a pretty exciting confluence of our writing and Attractions Management, which just came out 2 weeks ago, and also our panel, Thursday, November 16th at 9 a.m. Again, that's going to be in S320B, C, and D. So anyway, got to plug that. But if you want to pick up Attractions Management or anything like that, that is the place right in the center. Behind that, you've got food and beverage, first-time exhibitors in the back of that. A lot of these aren't organized into sections, so you kind of have to walk through the whole hall. It could take you hours if you want to see everything. Behind Coin Op, we have theming and a high-tech pavilion, and I'm trying to see here who's got Trio Tech. Actually, I did a video tour of their Walking Dead attraction in Las Vegas. You can check that on my YouTube channel. I'm just trying to see. It's so small, right? Because they're trying to fit everybody in. Well, I'll just have to take you through later. But a lot of exciting stuff. So I think what we'll do here is maybe bring this video to a close, or this live session to a close. You had a chance to see the massive IAAPA map here. I'll take you through in probably a few minutes, trying to check the clocks, but I can't see it right now. But let's close out this live cast, and stay tuned in the next hour or so for another live cast here for the Immersive World's Handbook.